I read a quote that I think characterizes our local real estate market really well, and it says, "There's nothing certain but the uncertain." And I'll explain why I hope so. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Brian Simmons here at eXp Realty. It is March 2nd already. Unbelievable. Cannot believe it's already March. We have 581 active single-family residential listings between Jackson and Josephine counties as of this morning. 124 new listings hit the market, 69 price changes, 25 listings came back on the market, so they fell through. 112 pending, 105 closed, which is a huge number, and 21 that came off the market by either being expired, withdrawn, or canceled. Okay, and all of that together brings us to about 5.5 weeks of inventory based on a snapshot of just that 1 week, which is the lowest we have seen all year. So inventory is a little bit higher than we've seen the last couple of weeks, but the buying activity has been so much more that we're actually at a lower absorption rate, which is the number of weeks we have worth of inventory. That's lower than it's ever been. This year lower than it's ever been. It was much lower last year, but there were no homes to buy last year, so we didn't have the big numbers with the sales like we're seeing right now. There was just so little on the market you couldn't even buy anything. So anyways, we're actually in a really good spot right now. There's a good amount of stuff on the market in terms of what a buyer can go out and buy. If you're looking at a certain price point, there's usually a couple of options. And that's great. Okay, still getting multiple offers on a lot of properties, but we're actually in a spot where a buyer can still go out and find something. You can't really mess around. You can't really try to lowball, but there's actually homes to write offers on, so that's a great thing. Now, I mentioned a quote about uncertainty, and I wanted to get back to that, okay, because it's really, really important. If there has been a single common theme in our local market in the 4 years that I've been a realtor, that theme would be uncertainty, okay? And let me tell you why. It's been uncertainty in inventory, right? When I very first started in real estate, I remember hearing others talk about inventory's going down. We had double the amount of inventory as we do now, by the way. Inventory's going down. We're heading for a correction. Save up your money. I remember hearing that all the time 4 years ago. Okay. All right. There's been uncertainty with rates since then. There's been uncertainty with all the unrest, with all the, if you remember all the riots and everything that we had before COVID. There's uncertainty because of COVID. There's been uncertainty because of the election. What was that going to do to the market? Now there's uncertainty because of Ukraine and about inflation and all these different things. So, yeah, there is uncertainty, but there has always been uncertainty. Okay, we've always had that. We've been through a ton of it in the last 4 years. All right, and so I just want to make sure that we all remember that. Okay, because if there was a second theme that's been around for the last 4 years, that second theme would be consistency. Okay, because over the last 4 years, what the market has done has been incredibly consistent, incredibly strong. Okay, 4 years ago, March 2018, we had an average purchase price of $270,000, right around 270. Okay, today that average purchase price in Jackson County is about 400. Right, so almost a 50% gain in 4 years. During all these uncertain times of an election, a pandemic, rates doing this, inventory doing that, it's been uncertain, and we've had a 50% gain. So if you sat on the sidelines for 4 years because of uncertainty and missed out on those gains, that's 130 grand in wealth. If you've missed out on that and you're thinking the same thing now about, well, what should I do? I don't know. I mean, the market's doing this, the market's doing that, the world's doing this, political this, whatever. Like, look at the last 4 years of what we just went through, how uncertain that was, and then try to make a little bit of a decision off of that, okay? Because I think when you look at the numbers, it says that, you probably ought to participate in the market. So I say all that to say this, basically. It's hard for me to encourage anyone to be anything but confident in the market right now, okay? Should you be concerned about the housing market locally? No, not my opinion, okay? Be concerned about what's going on in Europe. Be concerned about the price of fuel. Be concerned about that type of stuff, not about whether your house is going to go down in value, because it's just not happening right now, okay? Based on what we're seeing what we have seen in the last 4 years, what we're seeing right now, it's just not likely to materialize. Okay, so my opinion and my advice on this all would be, do like the bumper sticker says, right? Keep calm and carry on. Okay, live your life like you would normally live it, because frankly, I think that there's a case to be made that this uncertainty is in fact normalcy. Okay, we've had so much uncertainty over the last 4 years that we really don't know any other way to operate other than to operate right in the face of uncertainty. Okay, so that would be my opinion and my recommendation on how to handle the current situation as it relates to the housing market. Okay, so enough about that. I want to tell you about a new listing that I have coming up that I think you are going to absolutely love because it is awesome. This one is a super flexible farm that has all the important things you'd want on a farm. Okay, nice ground, great sun exposure, great soil, great water, EFU zoning, huge barns, infrastructure, the whole nine. I mean, this thing was set up completely to be a end-to-end hemp farm, okay, where you could grow it, dry it, process it, and even store it all on site if you needed to. It's about 15 acres out in Sam's Valley. It has multiple wells, high producing wells for the irrigation, like 60 gallons a minute last time they were tested. Amazing water rights, permitted ponds, a huge barn with an ADU apartment up above it that is all permitted. A nice 2,200, 2,300 square foot main home, huge 5,000 square foot metal building. I mean, it has like this crazy infrastructure. This place is incredible, and it's being offered at $1.25 million. So if you know anybody looking for something like that, I would love it if you would connect the dots, connect them with me, share my contact information with them, whatever is easiest, and I'd be more than happy to help them. So thank you for watching today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that way you can make sure you get all these awesome videos, and also check out the full version of the newsletter so you can see all my favorite listings. So hope you have a great one, and we'll see you next week.